know you gotta be safe when you get this money. This internet money. This internet money.
Internet money jumping, got me jumping in. Bull market coming, we about to pump again. A lot of people left the game, had a change of plans. Long money got the short money changing hands. Take your time, maybe you can make some dividends. Buying whole, only method I can recommend. Buy the lows for you know what you be making ends. Where to stop, nobody knows, though it all depends. They say the trend is your friend up until the end. All these exes got me about to do a double spin. Keep the change, ain't no need for the double sin. Blockchain got the block boys bubbling. No bank, no thank you, I'm my own man. You know I like to keep my wallet in my own pants. Life's a gamble, got the right to take my own chance. A little different, yeah, I like to do my own dance. Gotta keep my own keys and my own coins. Top flight security, I keep it on point. Gotta keep the seed and phrase under lock and key. Gotta keep...
What's up, everybody? Don and KG here today. Shout out to our friend KC and Base God and Corey and Investor on that track. Don, how you doing today?
Fantastic, man. Excited to be here. Got some big news, changing the world, one feature at a time.
I like to hear that. What you guys don't see out there is how bullish Don and I are in our private conversations. And the way that we see what we're doing with internet money is literally a world-changing operation back here. So well said. Let's go ahead and give a shout out to the chat because this is a community stream. We're going to keep it short and digestible, introduce everybody to what we came here to talk about. And that is the launch of our cross-chain swap or change feature. So for those of us who have been following the project, you'll know that we've been working towards this reality of giving users the ability to change their assets from one blockchain to another. And that is now possible with 27 different chains within the Internet Money Wallet. And it's especially big for the PulseChain community because previously we only had two avenues, right? We had Pulse to ETH, ETH to Pulse, but also Pulse to BNB and BNB to Pulse through Token Exchange or tokenexpress.link and the main PulseChain bridge. I think Pulse LN also has a bridge as well. But now you have the ability to go to and from PulseChain to 26 other EVM chains, and you can also swap in between those. So it's not just PulseChain to those chains or those chains to PulseChain. It's also Base to ETH or Binance to Arbitrum or whatever direction you want to go. So that is the big announcement for today. Don, how are you feeling about it?
Oh, incredible, man. I think you hit the nail right on the head. It's taken away one more step for those of you who are onboarding out there into PulseChain. We want to make that process as easy as we can for you. And this is a major accomplishment for you, the onboarder, to be out there doing that. Because if they have some ETH in their wallet, whatever, just right there, change it over. Everything's natively connected. All your favorite tokens on PulseChain are natively connected. No importing custom contracts. It's just all there for you. So there's we'll get into this later, but there's obviously a few more things we have to do to make it even easier for everybody out there. Because again, we're here to support PulseChain, the chain that we love, and we're doing it one feature at a time.
Well said. So we do have a few things that we want to cover here. We do want to give everybody a brief walkthrough of what it looks like. Of course, you can download it and check it out for yourself, but we'd like to show everybody what the process looks like. And we will be coming out with full tutorials, giving you the full walkthrough here in the near-term future. So this is just a high-level welcome to the feature. And yeah, I wanted to start it off by giving a big shout-out to the people out there in the community who are actually talking about this. We blasted out the X posts, and we've had a few of the influencers in the community, like shout out to Crypto Coffee, being very supportive today, always been supportive of internet money. Shout out to Axis, Johnny Chaos, let's see, Wild SJ, Brandon from A Million or the Moon, And I'm sure there's others out there, but those are just
more rags.
Exactly, rags to riches from or Brandon Davis. So lots of great content creators out there who are talking about what we're doing. And then everybody else, even if you're not, a YouTuber, or we see those out there who are supporting and spreading this message. And it's great for internet money, obviously, but it's also great for PulseChain and the things you believe in, because this is one step closer to making it easier, rather than a user having to, whether it's internet money wallet or any other wallet, rather than having to go to the bridge, connect their wallet, do all the several transactions, wait 30 minutes, do another transaction. Literally, I'm going to show you on stream. It takes about a minute, and you don't have to connect your wallet to anything. So this is going to simplify the process for onboarding, and it is going to just make it easier and cleaner for the everyday user.
Also, shout out to everybody here in the chat tonight too. We see you out there, and really appreciate you joining us tonight.
Agreed. Yes, I see all the comments coming in. If you have any questions, please let us know. We will answer questions here. But Don, I think we should jump in and
get to it, man.
Let's walk through it, right?
Let's go.
All right. We have 106 people, 107 now in between here on YouTube, and we're streaming to 2 places on X. So shout out to everybody who's watching as well. Let me go ahead and do a screen share. Oh, not that one.
Yeah, don't share that one.
That was just YouTube.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So let's see what we got here. So this is the Internet Money wallet on Chrome extension. Now, I already have a little bit of PLS preloaded into my account. So that is why you see that here. And there's a lot we can go through, but we're going to focus on the change feature today. So you can access that from the home screen by clicking on change. And if you're on mobile, you just click buy and sell on the nav bar, and that'll pop it up as well. So you can get there by clicking change, or going right into the account and clicking the change button as well. So the way this works is actually pretty cool. We are using Change Now as the service behind this. And this is the first step in our cross-chain swapping future. We want to support things like the main PulseChain bridge and other bridges, but we wanted to establish the foundation of accessing as many chains and as much liquidity as possible prior to focusing on individual solutions. So that's why we went this way first. But Change Now is actually very cool. And what we've built here is very cool as well, because you don't have to. So right now you can see that it loads the account that I'm changing out of. But the cool thing about what we've built is you can actually change into another one of your accounts, or you can send somebody else the asset you want to change. So for instance, I could take my Pulse and send another address ETH if I wanted. So you could, wow, this just hit me. You could actually use this as a one step removed to do your fiat off ramping, because you could take your Pulse, get your centralized exchange address, paste it right there, and it can change it into ETH, and it would hit it right into your centralized exchange address. So you could actually remove a layer of having to go right to your centralized exchange. So if you would like to just change into your account, you can do that here. And you can select your amount by the units of the coin, or you can do it in US dollar terms as well. You can also change from the same asset to the same asset. So if you wanted to send somebody else Pulse, but sort of anonymize it a little bit, because it's going to go to Change Now's infrastructure first, and then it's going to go to the other recipient, you can do some disrupting chain of custody there. So you can get creative with that feature as well. But let's do something simple. Like, we're going to change from some Pulse to ETH, and you can see all the chains here that you're able to go into. And what's also really cool that we built out for this as well is if I had balances of ETH, BNB, Polygon, whatever, it's going to show my balances here. So it's doing a multi-chain pool of all of your information, and it will show you all your balances simultaneously. So if you wanted to, I guess you could even go here just to test to see what you're holding. If you have a wallet, you could just pull it up right here and see all those balances. You can also search by chain or by ticker as well. So we're going to do a change from Pulse to ETH. And because I want to keep some in here, I'm just going to do $5. Oh, the minimum amount. Okay. Stand by. We'll just do it in terms of, let's see, what did it say? 150,000? 153,000. Okay. So we'll do 154,000. So it will show you. So there are minimums and maximums for what you can change depending on which network you're changing from and into. And we prompt you what those minimums and maximums are so you don't have to guess. So you can see that I'm going to change 154,000 Pulse, which is about $7.54, into 0.002 ETH, which is about $6.60. So actually, the higher you go, you won't see as big of a difference because there is a base fee that is charged. So on smaller amounts, you're going to see a bigger differential, or on larger amounts, it's going to be much closer. So let's go next. This is the demo gods. They always do this when you demo when you demo live. I may have looked at the quote for too long. That may be what happened there.
Probably timed out.
All right, let me go ahead and refresh. Or maybe my internet. I think it's my internet right now. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So we're going to go 154,000. Oh, into ETH. Okay, let's go next. We'll do a quick.
And while that's spinning, I see all these chats come through. I'm having a little difficulty joining the public chat, so we'll talk. We'll address some of that after.
Okay, so there it goes. So you can confirm all your settings here. You're able to estimate your gas, or you're able to adjust your gas fee, of course. And then we'll go ahead and click to initiate the exchange. Now you can see transactions submitted. Now this is where it gets really cool. You can actually go back to your main wallet screen here, go to your transactions, and watch the change happen in real time. So that's what we're going to do here. And if there's anything you want to say while this is occurring, we're just going to watch the change happen in real time. And you saw how easy it was to actually go select your options. And now we're just waiting for it to occur. The user doesn't have to do anything else. The ETH is going to end up right in my wallet. And look how fast that was.
Woo!
Look how fast that was. So sometimes it takes 1 extra second to go back to your account so you can refresh. You can see the Pulse is gone. Let's go ahead and change to the Ethereum network. And sometimes it can take an extra second once it actually completes to end up in the wallet. So we'll give that just a moment.
And KG, stay right there for a minute.
Yep.
If you can see where you go to the networks page, that there's a little tag, a blue tag for the chains that you can change on, and then the swap tag for the chains that you can swap once you're in that chain.
Correct. Yes. So let's see here. All right. Takes a moment. And you can also do this as well when you're on the network that did the change. Oh, it tricked us. And again, if you find anything, let us know. Always report those weird bugs if you find any in our Telegram. that was a little funny thing that just happened there. Okay, so now it should be sent. And there it is. Okay, so that first full green bar was just a little trick. But that's it. The user didn't have to do anything. ETH ends up right in their account. And this is true regardless of what network you're going to and from. And if you ever are experiencing any type of issue, you can simply go into your transaction. My internet's a little slow right now. Apologies, everybody.
And that could be a little bit about what happened too. We'll look into that further, but could be something to do with your internet connection. Yes,
it definitely is. So yes, if you're ever experiencing any kind of issue, you can click this right here, and it actually takes you to the Change Now page where you can contact their support or anything like that. But other than my internet being a little clunky right now, the experience actually only takes about 3 minutes from the time that you start the exchange until the time that the thing you're changing into ends up in your wallet. No connecting to dApps, nothing like that. So this gets really bullish also because it opens up the world of PulseChain to 26 other networks. So that same experience you just saw, go in. And I even saw people today who, for those that have been around, if you remember the whole ETH POW scenario, people are now having easy access from their ETH POW assets, and they can get those over to PulseChain and over to other chains as well. So again, what we're always trying to do is keep that or make that user experience very, very simple and continue to onboard into the ecosystem. See, we got a good question here. Are the fees cheaper from PulseChain to BNB? Or so the fees, depending on which chains you're changing to and from, they're going to vary. So just always make sure that when you're doing a change, you're okay with what the estimated output is. If you're not, don't do the change. If you are, do the change. But all information is presented to you prior to you starting the transaction. And Taryn also has a good point. You can kickstart a new address with gas. Absolutely. So if you have a brand new address that you're trying to use, you can send it gas. And again, if you send it gas through Change Now, you can sort of break that chain of custody to prying eyes. And Don, I did actually want to jump on one of your other points there a minute ago. Is so on these network badges here, you can see change, like Don was saying, these are all the networks that support the change feature. But then the networks that have the swap badge, when you're on those networks, you can actually swap to any asset. So for example, I'm on PulseChain. Let's do a little what? Pulse to time, pulse to hex. Why not? So I can go in here and do swap. I can swap my pulse to time. Let's do $1. Next. And we're actually on PulseChain specifically, we're searching. These are all the quotes, all the sources that we're searching. And you can actually see that it's going to present you all the sources that it found a path for. And it's going to show you the highest yielding option on top. So in this case, the highest yielding place to swap was actually Fux. And you can see that I was swapping $1 and I'm going to get $1.01. That's after fees. So here's just one small opportunity where swapping in the Internet Money wallet would have actually yielded you more money than you would have going to any individual place after the fees were paid. So once we get people over to PulseChain right from within their wallet, they can easily start swapping. And we actually have this same feature on Ethereum, Binance, and Polygon as well.
Yeah, people. That's one of the so understated that a lot of people don't really talk about out there is the I guess you could call it reverse slippage or adage, whatever it is. But you actually end up getting more output because it is searching all of those liquidity sources that are not being done when you go directly to the DEX. So hey, why should I go to Euro? And that's after the fees too. So first of all, it's saving you time, and it's not just costing you less, but you're actually making more. So we could shout that out from the rooftops, but we do need everybody to keep on repeating that and letting people know, and try it for yourself. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to download the wallet and give it a shot.
Exactly. Try with the dollar. See how smooth it is. We just searched, I think that's 15 different sources in less than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It would take you longer than that to connect your wallet and search one source. And we have front ends that aren't even available anywhere else. Show me where the front end for forked Shiba swap is on PulseChain. I'll show you. It's the internet money wallet.
That's it.
So yeah, that is another a really cool feature, and that it makes it easier to get people on chain, but it also, once they're here, it gives them the tools. So there's something to be said for, and there it is, fucks again on the Pulse to Hex swap. So there's something to be said for simplicity and user experience. Whereas we could go, us as crypto experts can often get lost in all these advanced ways to do things that may have these little quirks that could or could not be better. But at the end of the day, on average, if you're using the same platform and a user doesn't have to leave, you're removing steps that a user has to take in order to do what they need to do or want to do, you're going to have a higher user retention. So actually, by doing these things and talking about things like the internet money wallet, which is making it easier and easier for people to interact with and use the things that you believe in, the whole ecosystem stands to grow from that. Oh, and Miss Chief NZ says, is this an automatic update? That depends on your app store settings. So go into your app store, make sure your app is updated. If you have that set up, then yes, it would automatically roll out.
Good to see you, Chief. It's been a while. There's some people in the chat that I'd like to shout out. Obviously, Taryn, thanks for joining us. Jasol, good to see you again. And my boy Gertz, what's happening, brother? Good to see you, man.
Oh, man, I'm a Gertz maxi. I am a Gertz maxi. Good to see you, bro.
Love Rich is in the chat. Who else is out here?
Phraseology. What's up, Love Rich?
Phraseology. Good. Skippy, good to see you. Nice.
Where's Skippy?
And everybody else in there, man.
Oh, there's Skippy. Let me pull him up. What's up, Skippy? Good to see you, man. So, Don, we gave a shout out to all the people supporting this and letting the people out there know the options that they have to make their crypto journey easier and more bullish. Thank you to all those people. If you're not one of those people, it's not too late. What we built here is absolutely incredible. It's not just an integration. You can see that we have a lot of features here that we had to build on top of the features that Change now supported. And what Don and I are doing as a team, what our team at Internet Money is doing, is we're not trying to rebuild every little thing that exists. Because, for example, Change Now is specializing in this. This is their business model. So we're going to continue to leverage teams that are specialists in their craft. Just like when we pivot into the fiat on-ramp, which is something that's very high on our priority list right now, we're not going to be the bank. We're not going to establish all the payment rails and go for all the licensing. No, we're going to continue to propagate our ethos of collect no user data, store no user data, sell no user data, and build things that we can continue to protect our user data and make the process easier for everybody.
Yeah, I don't know. At some point, I think that, while we're on the subject of fiat on-ramping,
okay,
there's something that I'm so excited about if it could actually happen. Could we drop an Easter egg, KG?
Don, we talked about this, man. No Easter eggs.
But no. Listen, I know that you like to protect your eggs like a little chicken in the coop, sitting on the eggs, keeping them nice and warm. But we gotta release it to the world, man. You know, I think Skippy, especially out there. I see Bob Lowe, LFG, and everybody else in the chat, man. You guys are here. You deserve it. Yeah, that's right, Brazology. Let's give them one Easter egg, especially with the fiat. And you know what I'm thinking about?
I think it's too soon, though.
No, it's not too soon. Because I think we can do it.
Every time I bring you on stream, you just want to drop Easter eggs.
I think if we can do it, yes, egg on my face, pun intended. But if we can't do it, but I definitely think we can. And if my money is betting on one guy, one horse, and you're that horse to make it happen, we can make it happen. I mean, part of Easter egg is putting your feet to the fire and holding you accountable out there.
So you're gonna commit me to something.
I'm gonna commit us to something. But again, if we can't do it, it's my fault, not yours.
All right. What you got?
Drop the egg, baby. You know what I'm talking about.
You drop the egg. You want to bring it up, you drop it. Scramble it.
It always sounds so much better coming from you, though.
Yeah, but people like you too.
All right. So, again, I'm not guaranteeing this, but when we do implement the fiat on-ramp, there's most likely going to be a way that you're going to be able to onboard your fiat into PulseChain with no KYC at smaller levels, $500-$600, but still on a daily basis, you can DCA in with no KYC on small levels. And if we can accomplish that, that's absolutely groundbreakingly huge for the onboarding process. It doesn't get bigger than that. And anybody who's out there not talking about that from onboard and making the Internet Money Wallet number one place to onboard, they're doing the chain a disservice. So, okay, ball's in your court now, KG. Make it happen.
So, yes, the fiat on-ramp is high on the priority list and something we are actively exploring. We're looking to choose the right people to partner up with and the right implementation. And in that exploration, we have found a solution, like Don is saying, that under certain amounts, you don't have to KYC. Now, if you're a whale looking to come in for $2 million, we don't have that solution for you yet. But if you're somebody who is looking to, DCA in on your paychecks, if you want, I don't know the exact amount right now, but it will be a DCA tool. And so stay tuned on that, because for those of you that know us, and shout out to the 400 people who are tuned in right now. For those of you that do know us, and those of you that don't, you will come to know this about us. Privacy and no data collection is a huge, huge philosophy of the team. Granted, when you enter into certain aspects of fiat, there's levels of KYC that have to occur, but we're excited to know that there are possibilities out there that you won't have to KYC. And so, hey, if you want to bring in 10 grand, maybe it just takes you a little more time, but you're able to retain that anonymity. So very bullish about that. Like Don said, we still have to work through all the logistics, but he was very excited. I told him not to say anything, but you bring Don on stream and he just can't help himself. He's like the Easter bunny.
That's why I don't come on stream a lot.
I know, man.
Oh, you want my social security number? Right here.
Yeah. Easter egg, identity theft.
No, I'm just kidding about that. But yeah, and it's bullish for a lot of reasons. But the thing that makes me so excited about is having an army of PulseChainers out there living their best lives, being at a bar or a restaurant or a concert or whatever, and having this tool that you can actually use when you're talking to somebody about crypto at a backyard barbecue, whatever the case may be. They don't have to pull out their license and take snapshots and selfies. That's just weird, for the onboarding process if somebody's not in crypto. So to get that person into crypto through the Internet Money Wallet that's natively connected to PulseChain, PulseChain being their Ethereum for the first experience of it, the process is going to be smooth and seamless with no reason to say no at that point. you know. And if and like Matty Crypto, what's up, bro? Is saying out there, you know, more than 90% of the people will be in the $500,000 club, and you're right. So if it's $500 that they can jump in, it's a good amount, and they don't have, and it's a daily limit, I believe. I got to double check that, but I think it's a daily limit. So 3 days goes by, it's $1,500. If it's that number, it may be a little more, maybe a little less, but it's just huge for all of us. Exactly. And that's what I'm most excited about.
And think about the reality where, and we go back to PulseChain a lot. So if you're joining us from another ecosystem, the Internet Money Wallet supports all Ethereum or EVM based chains. So if you can import your chain into MetaMask, it works on the Internet Money Wallet. But PulseChain is our home community, our home base. And so we're always trying to bring value back into PulseChain. So what's really cool about this for PulseChain specifically, because these types of things exist for other chains, like on MetaMask, you can onboard your fiat and start swapping on Ethereum, no problem. We don't have that solution for PulseChain at this time. So when the fiat on-ramp comes into play, like Don is saying, you're going to be able to be there either yourself or when you're onboarding somebody, pull out your credit or debit card, buy PLS, and right from within the wallet, swap into whatever you want. That, if you can wrap your mind around the level of value that is present there, you're a destined winner. And if the community can rally behind that inarguable value, if you argue it, you're just wrong. Your argument is invalid. It doesn't matter. This community can reach newer heights because we have a lot of great protocols on PulseChain, a lot of awesome sub communities, lots of meme coins and utility coins and dApps and builders and influencers and content creator and all those things. The one thing we do not have on PulseChain is accessibility. PulseChain is not easy to get people into. And once they're here, it's not really easy to interact with. The wallets they're used to using barely work on PulseChain half the time. PulseChain having a wallet on the 3 world's largest app stores, Android, iOS, and Chrome, that is native to, built for, and optimized for the chain, that is continuing to take steps to make onboarding and interacting with that chain easier. If the community can rally behind that, propagate that, of course it helps us. And of course I want everybody to use internet money, but it objectively helps PulseChain because you're showing people the easiest possible and best possible way to interact with it.
Yeah, well said. You're 100% right.
We actually do have a question here. So Brissology says, does time benefit from the fiat onboarders at all? This is actually a question that we've gotten in relation to the fiat on and off ramp and the new cross-chain swapping. As of right now, time holders are not going to earn dividends on those features. There is a lot of logistics and technical reasons as to why, and we can dive into those if someone's interested. But we sincerely want to work towards that reality, but it is not currently happening. And there is a lot of, again, logistics and technicals behind making that happen, some of which are unknown and unsolved. So we wanted to get these features to market. That was the first and foremost priority. Time holders will still be earning 100% of revenue generated by the swap feature, but we're just going to have to keep the community updated as to if and when the fees for cross-chain changing or exchanging and fiat on and off ramping come into play. If and when that occurs, we will keep everybody updated.
Yeah, we actually talked about it today. There was a thought that I had to make it work in some crazy fashion. We talked it through and ran into like 7 different roadblocks with it. They were just very complex and like, holy shit. You know, it's not because we don't want to. It's like there are physical limitations of like, okay, somebody's changing from Arbitrum to Optimism. Where does that go? Does that go to time on PulseChain, time on Ethereum? Does that go to future? And how does it get there? Does it get there from a centralized entity like us controlling it, or can we do it trustlessly? And if we do it trustlessly on a central, you get where I'm going with this? So there's a lot of complex things in the middle of that. But like KG alluded to, we wanted to get this feature out there because we believed that it was more important to get the feature out there for the benefit of the whole community and all the communities out there than to hold everything back to just try to work through that complexity that we may never be able to do.
Exactly. And that little thing you just said is one potential thing we'd have to work through. It's so the summary is we want to make it happen because we want to continue to bring value to time holders. That has always been our intention. That remains our intention. You're just going to have to give us time and patience, because this is actually, as a time holder, where you can get bullish about this is, okay, now that it's easier for people to get in and out of the chain you're holding time on, they should theoretically swap more on that chain. So there should be an indirect income increase for time holders by this feature. While it's not the fees themselves, it is more volume and therefore more dividends.
Yeah, I do see some other questions coming in about the fiat on-ramp. What I'd like to say on that is that we're not there yet. So let us work out all the details, and then we can answer all the questions that you guys are going to have in regards to it.
Absolutely. Yes, Alex, hit that like and subscribe for these chads. That'd be much appreciated.
Yeah. I like what Taryn did there. I'm bullish on the future of time. I like that.
Exactly. Taryn, legend.
Very creative.
Yeah, and I believe that is all we needed to cover. Is there anything? We have nearly 500 people in here right now across YouTube, and I'm on my personal X streaming and the Internet Money X streaming. Anything else you wanted to cover?
Yeah, there is. Let's talk about general downloads, man, and the direction that we're going.
I like that.
We're not. I mean, that's bullish.
Very. Give me a moment. So you can check our stats at internetmoney.io/stats. And if it ever hangs, if it ever doesn't load, just simply refresh the page. Wait a few seconds. It usually comes through. So it's loading a lot of data there. We're working on optimizing that. But for now, so here I have the stats page loaded, and the download stats were just updated today, actually. It's always 1 day behind when 1 or 2 days behind when they update because, well, the day is not over. So we're at a total of 54,536 downloads across Android, iOS, and Chrome, with Chrome being our number one platform at 23,577. But Android is actually our fastest growing platform. So we get more downloads per day on Android than any other platform. If you've been following the download stats, you can see that. So you can see in this last week we got 73 downloads on iOS, 305 downloads on Android, and 122 downloads at Chrome, totaling at a clean 500 new downloads.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So every time we update this gets updated, you see on average about 65 to 90 new downloads a day. That's typically the range every time this gets updated.
Yeah, and that could be people coming from internally from the community for the first time. But a lot of it's not. A lot of it, if you join our Telegram, you'll see people from all over that are new to crypto, that are new to PulseChain, they're just new to it all, and they're finding us not just from our efforts or your efforts out there, but just normal app ASO, App Store optimization. We're coming up in these searches, and we're seeping out into the ethos. But there's no better way to get people into the wallet than you first and foremost trusting the product itself. And if you don't trust it, that's perfectly okay. You go to verify. You go to our website, KG, you can show them where the audits are. We're fully open source. So if you're, a code junkie, go ahead and read the code. It's all there. We're not hiding anything. So again, you don't have to trust us, verify. But again, once you recognize that you feel comfortable taking the people that you care about in this crypto journey through the product we built, it doesn't only help us, it helps the whole community. So there's no better way to do that than you out there, one human being at a time.
Well said, Don. Truly. Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we have a few questions here. So Northman says, is there Flare network connected? Yes, actually, Flare is preloaded into the Internet Money wallet. So you don't even have to enter in those RPC settings, as well as there is price tracking for all Flare assets. So if you're a Flare user, it's preloaded there. All of your assets on Flare will have a price, and you can do cross-chain swapping to and from the Flare network as well. This is what PulseChain needs badly. Completely agreed. Thank you there. Great job, fellas. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and for all the other projects out there as well, some of these other project founders that may or may not be watching this, or some of those other community members that are involved in some other projects that you're a big fan of and a holder of, and you don't see your asset preloaded in the wallet, whether it's on Flare chain or PulseChain or whatever chain it's on, because that's also a big part of the onboarding experience for the people that you're trying to shill to, is having them just jump in the wallet and just add token that's pre-listed without having to go find the correct contract address. Then you have to worry about them getting a scam contract. Long story short, reach out to us in the Telegram to try to get your asset preloaded, and we'll take care of you as fast as possible.
Absolutely. We currently on PulseChain, it's our number one collection. We have about 300 assets preloaded that you don't have to know the contract address for. We have the forked assets. You can simply just go to your account, click add token. You can search the list, or you can simply just say, okay, I want USDC. It's going to show you the EUSDC, the PUSDC, and of course, price tracking for all PulseChain assets as well as their change value. So that is just another element of simplifying the onboarding process. And it's awesome because you can track your entire PulseChain portfolio as well as your NFTs. On PulseChain specifically, I don't have any in this account, we automatically detect your NFTs. We actually have NFT support on all EVM chains, but on PulseChain specifically, if you have an NFT, it just imports it for you. So it just, again, all of these ways that we're making it simpler and simpler for everybody to use.
Yes, sir. Love it.
All right. Well, Don, I think we wanted to keep it short, sweet, digestible. I don't see any other questions coming through. I think that we've hit all the highlight points. Thank you again. Well, before I close up, Don, is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, again, just thank you, everybody, once again, for speaking the good word about us. Again, it's not just for us, it's for you as well. So to all the influencers out there and all the normal people, not to say that influencers aren't normal, but you get what I'm saying? Every common human being that's out there speaking about us, thank you for that. Please continue to do that. Your efforts are paying off. You can find us here on the at my Twitter handle at Don Montoya818, or my X handle if you want to reach out to me directly, or in the Telegram.
Well said. Yes. Thank you to every human being who supports us, and to those who have earned the influence of the community. For those who do support us, thank you. For those that don't support us, please reach out. We would love to overcome your objections and get you on the side that is going to help us all as a community win. InternetMoney.io is the only place to get all of your links Internet Money related. You can find our audits, our socials, our open source repo, our Telegram community, everything. You're communicating out there on Telegram. Do not respond to DMs. Only communicate in the main chat. I'll say that again. Only communicate in the main chat. If somebody DMs you, they're trying to steal all your money. Do not respond to it, please. That's just not for Internet Money. That's Telegram etiquette in general. Talk in main chats. And we look forward to continue building and continuing to deliver these bullish updates. Follow us on X to stay up to date with all of that. And like always, we're going to end the stream with the Internet Money anthem. And to everybody who is a user of the Internet Money wallet, thank you. Because without you, there would be no Internet Money community. If you're a part of this community, whether you have one follower, whether you're not on socials, whether you have 100 million followers, use your voice to promote the things you believe in. Whether it's posting, t-shirt making, music making, doesn't matter. Use your special talents and your special voice to promote the things you believe in. Because if we all rally around a central idea in a decentralized way, that idea stands the best chance of success. So to everybody who uses their voice for Internet Money, we thank you. Until next time, I'm KG. Peace.
What is cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrency is more than just money. Cryptocurrency is a lifestyle, a philosophy, an ecosystem, the means by which human beings to attain financial freedom, not just in the sense of multiplying their investment, but giving humans the ability to interact with money in any way that they see fit. And if that way doesn't already exist, that's the beauty of crypto, is you can create it. And that's what we've done here. Internet money is the future. Internet money is the future. What is internet money, you ask? Well, it's just that. The future. Internet money. Internet money is the future. Internet money.
Face God on the blockchain.
Internet money. Internet money. Financial freedom. Internet money. Internet money is the future. Internet money. Is the future.